English Rise Podcast.
Easy listening and speaking practice. Have you ever felt lost? Like you do not know what to do next? Maybe your business is not going well. Maybe your plans did not work. Or maybe you just feel tired inside. If you feel this way, you are not alone. Welcome to the English Rise Podcast, easy English listening and speaking practice to help you build fluency, confidence, and real-life understanding. I'm your host, Emma, and today we are talking about feeling lost and how to stand up again.
Hi, Emma, and hi, everyone. I'm glad we are talking about this slowly and clearly, because when people feel lost, they often want two things at the same time: comfort and a plan.
Yes, comfort first, then a plan.
Exactly. And sometimes the comfort starts with just hearing, "You are not the only one."
So let's start there. What does feeling lost mean?
It means you do not feel clear. You may feel confused, tired, worried, empty, or stuck. You may wake up and think, "What am I doing?" Or "What should I do next?"
And it can happen in many different situations.
Yes. Imagine this. You worked hard on your business, but suddenly things go down. No customers, no profit, only pressure. You begin to ask, "Why is this happening to me?"
That can feel very painful.
Or imagine this. You studied hard, but you still cannot speak English well. You feel frustrated. You think, "I try so much, but I am still not there."
Many learners feel that way.
Or maybe you compare yourself with others and feel like you are behind. You see other people moving forward and you think, "Am I good enough?"
Those questions can be loud inside the mind. You see other people moving forward and you think, "Am I good enough?"
They can. And sometimes there is no big disaster. Sometimes it is just many small things. Too much pressure. Too little rest, too many thoughts. Then one day you feel heavy inside.
So feeling lost can come slowly.
Yes, it can build up quietly.
Now, here is the simple truth.
Feeling lost is not failure. It does not mean you are broken. It means you are in a hard moment. And hard moments happen to everyone.
That is an important message.
It is, because when people think they are broken, they stop being kind to themselves. But when they see it as a hard moment, they can breathe a little more.
A hard moment, not a broken life.
Exactly. And hard moments are often where change begins.
Why does it feel so heavy, though?
Because your mind is carrying too much at once. Pressure, disappointment, fear of making the wrong choice, shame, loneliness, uncertainty. All of that together can make simple decisions feel huge.
Like even deciding what to do today can feel difficult.
Yes, and then people freeze. They overthink, check and recheck, and wait for a perfect answer. But perfect answers usually do not arrive.
And waiting can make the mind more tired.
Right, because the brain keeps circling the same question again and again.
So, what is the first solution?
Start with your body. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Drink some water. Sit quietly for a minute. Go outside if you can. A calmer body helps create a calmer mind.
That sounds small, but it is real support.
It is real support. When the body feels a little safer, The mind does not need to work so hard.
Then what should we do?
Ask one small question. What is one thing I can do today? Not this month, not this year, today.
That question feels easier to hold.
Yes, and it works in real life. If your business is the problem, maybe one step is sending one email or checking one number. If English is the problem, maybe one step is listening for 10 minutes and repeating 3 sentences. If comparison is the problem, maybe one step is closing social media and writing down one thing you already did well today.
I really like how practical that is.
Practical is important. Small steps create movement, and movement helps you feel less stuck.
So standing up again does not mean solving everything at once. Small steps create movement, and movement helps you feel less stuck.
No, it means choosing one next action and doing it with honesty, not pressure.
What if someone says, "My problem is too big for one small step"?
Then I would say, make the step even smaller. If you cannot write a whole plan, write one sentence. If you cannot make a phone call, send one text. If you cannot clean the room, clean one corner. Tiny steps count.
Tiny steps count.
They do, because small progress can repeat. And when it repeats, it becomes a path.
Okay. Now, what about the feelings themselves? Should we ignore them?
No, we should accept them first. Say, I feel lost right now. Say, I feel tired. Say, I feel worried. Say, I feel frustrated because I worked hard and it still feels slow. Naming it honestly is part of healing.
So, acceptance is not giving up.
Not at all. Acceptance is telling the truth without shame.
Can you explain that a little more?
Sure. When you say, I should not feel this way, you add another layer of pressure. But when you say, I feel this way, and I can still take one step, you give yourself room to move.
That feels kinder and stronger.
Exactly. And after acceptance, we move to the next part. Keep going.
But keep going can sound hard when someone is already tired.
It can. So we do not mean push harder every minute. We mean keep moving gently. Rest when needed. Pause when needed. Then try again.
So keep going means do not leave yourself behind.
Yes, stay with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Let progress be quiet if it needs to be quiet.
Quiet progress. I like that phrase.
Sometimes quiet progress is the most honest kind.
And while we are keeping going, the voice in our head matters too.
Very much. Many people speak to themselves in a very harsh way. They say, I can't do this. I am too late. I always fail. But those words make the road feel darker.
So, what should we say instead?
Try kinder words. I'm learning. I will improve. This moment will pass. One step is enough. I can try again.
Let's repeat one of them. I'm learning. I will improve.
Good. And if you want, you can say it in the morning, before work, or before sleep. Repetition can help the words feel real.
I want to go back to the example of English learners for a moment.
of course.
Sometimes people feel lost because they studied for a long time but still do not speak with confidence.
Yes, that is common.
They may think, I should be better by now.
But learning a language is not a straight line. Some days feel fast. Some days feel slow. Some days you understand more than you can speak. That is normal.
So the solution is not to panic.
Right. The solution is to keep practicing in small ways. Listen again. Repeat phrases. Speak without waiting for perfection. Small practice builds confidence.
That is helpful. And what about comparison? Many people compare themselves with others.
Comparison is very powerful, and not always in a good way. You look at someone else and think they are ahead, but you do not see their full story. You only see one part.
So what should we focus on instead?
Your own next page, not someone else's chapter. Ask yourself, what did I do today? Did I breathe? Did I try? Did I listen? Did I ask for help? Did I keep going? That matters.
That really matters.
Yes, and if the answer is small, that is okay. Small is still real.
I also think asking for help is important.
Very important. You do not have to carry everything alone. A friend, family member, teacher, coach, or trusted person can help you see what you cannot see alone.
That can be part of standing up again, too.
Absolutely. Strength is not only doing everything by yourself. Strength is knowing when to speak up.
Let's pause and review the solution steps clearly.
Sure. First, take a breath and calm your body. Second, choose one small action. Third, accept your feelings honestly. Fourth, keep going gently. Fifth, speak kindly to yourself. Sixth, ask for help when needed.
That is a very clear list.
And it works because it is simple. You do not need a perfect plan. You need one honest step.
I want to say something encouraging to our listeners now.
Please do.
Your life is not late. Your progress is not invisible. And your value is not smaller because you are having a hard time.
That is beautiful, Emma.
Thank you. And for English learners, the same is true. You do not need perfect English today. You need practice.
Right. A few minutes of listening. A few words spoken aloud. A few phrases repeated again and again. That is how confidence grows.
So when we feel lost, we are not finished.
No, we are often in the middle of change. We are often in the middle of change.
And the middle can feel uncomfortable.
It can. But the middle is also where new direction begins to appear.
That is a helpful way to think about it.
Yes, because if you are in a difficult moment, you can still move. You can rest. You can learn. You can try again.
So let's bring it all together for the final message.
If you feel lost, remember this. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are in a moment of change.
And you can move through that moment with small steps, honest feelings, and kinder words.
Exactly. One calm breath, one small action, one helpful sentence to yourself. That is how standing up again begins.
Thank you for listening to the English Rise podcast. If this episode helped you, keep practicing with us every day.
And remember, Even when you feel lost, you are still moving forward. English Rise Podcast. Easy listening, better speaking, rise higher.
Remember, learning English takes time, and that is okay. Every small step you take is helping you improve.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now.